Hi, my name is Karen D, and I am the Twitchy Stitcher here on Floss Tube and Twitchy Stitcher 01 on Instagram. This is Floss Tube number 15, and today's date is Friday, May 29th. I want to welcome you all to my craft room and welcome to any new people who decide to stop by and see what I've been doing with the last 2 weeks. Today I'm going to share my whips. A fully finished gift, and I don't have any challenge results for another 2 or 3 days, so that'll be on the next Floss Tube. The first full finish is part of Stitching with Charlie's whale, Hello There Sal, where she invited everyone to do whales. This is Max Pigeon's humpback whale from Pigeon Coop Designs, and it is, I just did a felt on the back, and that's it. It's in a 7-inch hoop, and I think it's just lovely. I love all the blues, and yeah, I think he's quite stunning. The next thing I want to show you is, last time I showed you, my girlfriend Christine for my birthday gave me a stitch, and I said I would like to finish it myself, and this is it. I'm old spool. It's just done on a spool, but since I fully finished it, even though I didn't stitch it, I'm still counting it for my RPG challenge. Isn't it just lovely? It is so me. I'm just old school. Okay. Now the first whip I'm going to show you is the Northern Cardinal. And I'm doing that with Laura, Mary, Karen, Amy, and Leigh. And it is Cottage Garden Samplings. And that is it. And this month, what I did, it's my Christmas stitch, so I work on it 2 days, right around the 25th. I finished the birdhouse, finished the tree, did the legs, started the wings, and did all the fill-in in here. It shows a lot better in full regular light than it does here on the camera. But you can see I still have a long ways to go. I am at 37% right now. So I hope to have it finished by October or November, because I would like to have it framed for Christmas. But he's such a lovely fellow. The next one is my temperature stitch. Local conditions. I stitch on it every Sunday. I do the whole week at a time, so it's like 100 stitches. This is by Satsuma Street, and Jody has a sale on right now, so if you'd like to get this pattern, it's on sale. This is on 16 count Baba Ganoush, dyed by the Sewing Shop, and I am at 37.7% now. The stitch count is 6,052, and as you can see, we have got some wild temperature changes in May. Green is cold. I mean, above freezing, but cold. You still need a coat. Yellow, orange, like as you can see, it's like a couple days of warm, cold, a day of warm, a couple days. Crazy weather here. But I really love this entire stitch. I'm going to do it as just a wall hanging, a very simple finish, but I just love it. but those colors are crazy. Look at April, all the warm in April. Not that I regret it, but I wish we had a lot more warm in May. And the next one I'm going to show, oh, I didn't show you what it's fully done. Just a minute here. And that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I only wish we had all those warm days coming up, but I've got a feeling it won't be quite that temperature here. The next thing is my Monday stitch. Sorry, is my Monday stitch, and that's Mermaid's Realm. So I stitch on that every Monday. It's a Joan Elliott stitch, and it's a monochromatic. And I am up here, right there. So I have all this done. And this is also on Baba Ganoush by Kaylee from Tench Tip. Kaylee, and it's the 10th stitch. Is her floss tube. The total stitches is 22,000. Joan Elliott, and as you can see, I've got the alphabet done, and right now I'm starting the huge section that is a big mermaid with fish and shells and all things like that. So it's getting there. I'm at 33%, and Pam, the Daisy Crafts, is also working on this one, but I believe she's doing hers in black, whereas I'm doing mine in a really rich, dark purple. The next one, I'm stitching with Karen the Stitching Owl and Mary from Mary's Stitching Corner, and it is The Heart of Halloween by Little Dove Designs. Now, I started this, and I didn't like the fabric I had started it on. I like the fabric, but the colors of this stitch and the fabric is not what I didn't like. So I have restarted it on just a 14 count printed Ada, like you get it. I'm sure I got it at Michael's. And so this is the upper right corner, and I still have to do the house. There's a couple of headstones for coffins, gravestones, and a couple more gravestones here, and then it spreads out over here with a farmer's field. You can see right there where the house is. I've only worked on it one day. Yesterday was my first day. Today I'm going to start working on it as soon as I finish this. That's why it's still in the hoop. And I got 822 stitches yesterday. I was on a great Zoom, and the stitches just went by. And it's at 11.9%. And it's going to be a lovely Halloween stitch. And the gray door, I did change. That was more, it was a different gray. So I went a little bit lighter because I wanted the contrast to really show. And, okay, the next one is my Museum After Midnight. It's a big one. As you can see, I have the whole bottom arches done, the second row of arches, and I'm doing the gallery right up in here, and this is where the whale starts, and then there's more gallery here. So I am at 5,059 stitches, And the total for the frame alone is 6,307 stitches. I'm at 80%. So you can see I have quite a bit done. I'm right on schedule. It will be done. This weekend will be done, and I believe it's next weekend we get the first release. The first release is down in the bottom area. So I'm really pleased with this. I love Lola Crow, so I'm really happy to be doing another one of hers. Let me see. And there's what it looks like. As you can see, where I'm ready to start the whale and finish the other part of the gallery. A lot of movement around today. The next one was my WIPGO. Well, one of my WIPGOs. And it was the Joan Elliott Sunflower Fairy, which is this lovely lady right here. You all know how much I love my Joans. So, this is her so far. I did all her wings and started her hair and face and finished her sunflowers. Joan Elliott does the most glorious faces. But yes, where you see there's pieces left in the sunflowers are beads. And her wings on this fairy are not done in chronic. They're done in regular stitches. So there's a nice break from having all the chronic wings. Let me see. I restarted this in September. And for May, I got 2,132 stitches. I'm at 28%. And this is on a fabric called Dirty Martini by the Sewing Shop. I said, oh, the total was 22,000 stitches. So she's got a ways to go. But I do love working on them. They're just so much fun. And I like the Joan Elliott, the way she does her stitches, they tend to really flow. And I really like that, the way they flow. It's just very curvy, and it just really appeals to my aesthetic. The next one was the Pearl Collector, and that's the one I had to restart because I had started on 16 count, and 16 count dyed is 17, and the beads would not fit nice. So I restarted it on a 16 count, beach ready. Which is what the original fabric was. I just ordered it in a larger count so I could continue working on it exactly the way I wanted to. So this is the Pearl Collector, and I am working on the torso and her lap. And this is what I've got done so far. There's her torso. This is her lap going toward her knees. This is a fin. This is her hand going up here. And lots of beads, as you can see. I really love the colors of this one. And my dollhouse is coming up. Yes, I worked on the dollhouse again. It's a leap year sale. So I started it in February of 2024. Maria Diaz. And it was in, I don't know if it was a cross stitcher or cross stitch collection, but it was several years ago, over 3 issues. So I started it. Well, it took me a while to start it because it's a big project. It has lots of back stitching, and back stitching, sorry to say, is not my favorite thing to do, but sometimes you have to do it, and this is one of those things that you have to do. So when I hold it up, you won't be able to see anything else. So I am working on the dining room, which is the last floor before the gardens. Oops, sorry. So this is the dollhouse. Yep, it's a biggie, folks. And so you can see where I worked on the cabinet in the dining room, and I started some of the wallpaper. I did the floor and the ceiling frame, and I started on the carpet and the floorboards blue. Hard to see it, but yes, the dollhouse. So I'm happy to say that I am expecting wonderful news before the end of June that my great-granddaughter will be born. So the dollhouse will have a home once it gets framed, and I'm really thrilled about that. It is at 86.4%. So I am aiming at having it done by the end of this year. I really, really want to get it done. So, yeah. And I only work on it 2 days a month, and it takes me probably 2 or 3 months to finish a room, because one day is just total back stitch. So it's been a big leap year project, but I'm kind of looking forward to being done with it. I usually try to finish projects in a couple years. So this one has just been kind of hanging around, and I keep working on it, but I will be glad to see the end of it. The next thing is I won a pattern. Kathy's Quilts and Stitching had this pattern up for a giveaway, and I just love the whimsical nature of the alphabet. So I'm just going to do that section, but she found a sister pattern that went with it, so she sent that too. And I thought, oh, I will have a snow friend to work on with Melanie of Uplift Stitches. So I really hope to work on these in the fall and winter. But I just love them. It's just the whimsy of the alphabet. I just love it. My June plans. I am going to start my ATC card and finish it and fully finish it and send it off to Laura in the States before the end of June. I believe June 26th, we have to have all our ATC cards in. I'm also going to join a bunch of people doing the Needle Lot sale. She just released her first book, which is a hit with everyone who's looked at it. And I am going to be working on the Lost flower blade, which is a bookmark. WIPGO for June is the Pearl Collector. And for a second month in a row, I believe most of my WIPGOs are Joan Elliott's, and I've got 3 or 4 of them down 3 or 4 times. So they really get some work. The other WIPGO is my Tiny Modernist, the Snow White tree. I'll be glad to get back to that. The other plan for June is June 8th. Last year was my first floss tube. So I will be doing my Flossiversary in 2 weeks and a whip parade and some giveaways and some other things going on. So in 2 weeks, check back. It's going to be a good one. The other thing I did, I hope I don't live to regret it, is Cross Stitching Art released her first stitch along, I believe, and it's called Celestina, and it is Queen of the Moonlit Court. So fancy lady and spooky vibe, I am down for that. She's a big girl. She is, I got some 40,000 stitches, 50 colors, and I counted them, 27 blue colors. Isn't that fabulous? The first release will be in July 1st, and she's going to do a monthly release until March 1st is the last release. So it's 9 months to do this large pattern. So the first couple of months I will be busy with the museum stitcher. So the first couple of months are going to be a struggle to stay caught up. But once the museum stitch is done in September, then I can devote more time to Queen of the Moonlit Court. So I am really looking forward to that. It's been a while since I did a large fancy lady, but she has 3 different colors of beads and only 1 chronic color, so that's not so bad at all. As I said earlier, I don't have any challenge results because we still have 3 more days of stitching, so that can really change everything. I want to thank you all for coming by, and make sure you stay tuned next Saturday morning for Karen the Stitching Owl, when she will do, I presume, will be all her whips, but her May wrap-up will also be included in that. So I hope you all have a great day. I hope you all have a nice, sunshiny weekend. And I will see you all in 2 weeks. Bye.